What's gay super, it's Money Man coming at you on another video. In today's video, we're gonna be going over my favorite projects from every Opium album, okay? It's gonna start with Carti, then we're gonna go to Ken, Lone, Homicide. And as we all know, the Opium label is pretty consistent in dropping music since it pretty much formed, I'd say like 2020. And since then, they've been consistent every year. We've been getting mostly like a project from every rapper, obviously except Carti, almost every single year. And yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts on my favorite songs on every project. So we're gonna start off with Carti. It's gonna go to his albums, and obviously we got SelfTitle, Dilate, Whole Lotta Red. We will start with SelfTitle, and this is easy for me. This is probably a top 3 Carti song of all time, and that's going down as Flex. Flex is easily a top 3 Carti song, if not maybe top 2 or 1. I don't really have a set favorite Carti song, but I do have a top 3, and Flex is easily in this list for sure. This song is just so good. It's so beautiful. And if y'all can tell from my top 3, it's gonna be Flex, it's gonna be Long Time, and maybe Middle of the Summer. I'm still not really set on a third, but those two are for sure my top 2 Carti songs, Flex, Long Time, and I'd say Middle of the Summer, right? And you notice that slow Carti song, just that melodic vibe, that transcending Carti sound is the Carti sound that I really enjoy. I love the Rage Carti, but there's something about Carti when he hops on a beat like Flex and he has the girl singing, or he has Long Time, it's just slow and you're driving, you're thinking, or you go on middle of the summer. It's just a nice vibe. Like Carti, when he has a great partner to sing on a track, is so amazing and easily my favorite song on SelfTitle. And honestly, I'm not really too crazy on SelfTitle. When it first dropped, I was spinning it like crazy back when I was in middle school, but now I don't really go to SelfTitle as often, but Flex is definitely gonna be my favorite. Now Dilate, this might be hard because I did say Middle of the Summer isn't my top 3, but I'm kind of wishy-washy on that. Like Middle of Summer might be top 3, but then also we got Long Time on here. So basically Long Time, Middle of Summer, and Flex. 2 Dilate songs, 1 SelfTitled songs are my favorite. And if I gotta go Long Time over Middle of the Summer, I gotta go Long Time, bro. I just gotta go Long Time. Long Time is so good, bro. Long Time never gets old. You can play this in any occasion. You can get hyped, you can get sad to it, you can drive in the middle of the night. It's just a perfect vibe from Carti, and this might be probably my favorite Carti song of all time. It's just it's so classic, bro. This is such a classic Carti song. But then on Dilate, you got R.I.P., which is crazy. You got Lean For Real. I like Right Now, Home a lot. Middle of Summer, obviously, R.I.P. Fredo. But you just got it, bro. If we're talking about Dilate, bro, you just got to go Long Time. I don't think it's really even a question at this point. You got to go Dilate. It's Long Time. I'm pretty sure that's like, I don't know, like 65% of everybody's favorite song on Dilate. It's Long Time. It's too classic for you to not say it's the best song on the project, right? All right, and then the last one is gonna be Whole Lotta Red. And on Whole Lotta Red, my favorite song probably is gonna go down as, honestly, this might be controversial, but I really enjoy Punk Monk, bro. Punk Monk is so hard to me. Punk Monk or Rockstar Made is probably my top 2 on Whole Lotta Red. I'll say Punk Monk, Rockstar Made, and Stop Breathing as third, or you can replace third with probably Sky, because Sky is a vibe too. But me personally, Punk Monk has always been the one for me. Every time I'm on stream, people ask me, what's your favorite song on Whole Lotta Red? What's the best song on Whole Lotta Red? And I always say Punk Monk, and people are like, yo, bro, what? But Punk Monk is so hard. I was trying to say, like, he was talking on this. It was so hard. I just really enjoy the song a lot. It's my most replayed song on Whole Lotta Red, easily. And Punk Monk can serve you like 2 vibes. It's not really a crazy rage song where you can compare it to like Rockstar Made or Stop Breathing, but it's not on the same timing as Sky or Over or Die For Guy, right? It's kind of like in the perfect middle, and it's kind of like the perfect function of both worlds Carti put into Whole Lotta Red. And Punk Monk's just my favorite, bro. That's easily my favorite song on Whole Lotta Red. So that's gonna be my favorite song on all the Carti albums. SelfTitle, we're going Flex, Dilate, Long Time, Whole Lotta Red, Punk Monk, all right? So now let's get into Ken's discography. So we're gonna start at probably Boy Barbie. I don't think albums, yeah, we're gonna have to go to Boy Barbie right here. So it's gonna be Boy Barbie. This is when I first started listening to Ken, and the Lancey Foe, Pink Panther is my favorite song. This was the first time I listened to Ken because I knew about Lancey before Ken. And I was like, yo, who is this guy? And I remember around this time, if you were watching like the Bob Lamb videos or the Ya Dig videos, everybody thought Ken Carson, when he was supposed to drop this project, he put on his story like Friday something, or it was like Friday the 13th or this Friday we going up. And everybody kind of knew Ken from like him being associated with Carti. We all just thought Ken was Carti's friend, and we all thought he was teasing maybe something from Carti. I remember an exact Bobblehead video. He was breaking down Ken's story, and it turns out it was Ken Carson's EP. At that time, nobody cared at all, but I was such a big Carti fan at the time. Like around that time, Lil Unky was popping up with Carti, same thing with Ken. I was like, I'll give it a listen. It didn't really impress me too much, but after that, I came back, kept listening. Lancey was hard, but Pink Panther is easily my favorite song on Boy Barbie for sure. Now we're gonna go into another EP. It's gonna be T-Nex. Should we combine T-Nex and T-Nex Relapse? Nah, it's different. We're gonna do T-Nex, then we're gonna do T-Nex Relapse. So T-Nex, it's gonna be Pissed Off. Like I said, the first time I heard Ken was on the Pink Panther song on Boy Barbie, but like I said, I wasn't really too impressed. I was like, okay, it's cool, but it didn't really move me, right? Until I heard Pissed Off, because I heard Pissed Off on some bro, this is the most random story. I was scrolling through Instagram and I came across some Japanese archive store where they had some type of piece that I really liked, and I DM'd and I was like, yo, I'm trying to buy this. And like how they showed off the piece was like, it was a guy walking and it was Pissed Off playing in the background. And I had to ask him, like, I was inquiring this piece and I was like, yo, what is this song? And he was like, Ken Carson. And I was like, yo, Ken Carson. I was thinking, is like, yo, that's Carti's friend, right? We obviously knew he had some sort of association with Carti. And then I looked up Teen X, and then yeah, this is a great body of work. Obviously Pissed Off is my favorite, but then obviously we got Yale. And like I said, honestly, this project isn't really too crazy as well. It's kind of a little bit mid. Teen X, this little ice cream truck beat kind of sucks. Nothing really too crazy on Teen X the EP, but definitely my favorite is Pissed Off, and then obviously Yale went stupid, right? And that leads us into Teen X Relapse, where this is when I fell in love with Ken's music. I remember his Cyberworld performance on that New Year's Eve when he was playing these songs. I was going crazy in my room the same time when Carti debuted the Whole Lotta Red on that live stream on YouTube. But this is a classic right here. This is, like I said, when I first fell in love with Ken's music, and I was like, yeah, this dude is special. Teen X and Boy Barbie, they were whatever. I could have lived without Ken around that time. I don't think anybody was too crazy on Ken. But then when we heard, because if y'all remember, High as Shit was Ken's biggest snippet at this time. When he was in the Rari with Bloody Yo driving around LA in that Instagram live. If you know, you know. But High as Shit was definitely his most anticipated song, and it finally made the cut. But my favorite is probably, I might have to give it to Teen X Babe. It's either Teen X Babe or Teenager Rager. I'm gonna go Teenager Rager because I do have good memories of just hearing this live. I remember Ken played this live at an early Ken concert and it was so fun. Yeah, hey, yeah. Like, this song is so stupid every single time. Smokers Club, he opened up to this and it was crazy. I got a lot of good memories with Teenager Rager because he doesn't really play Teen X Babe too often like he did back in the old days. So I'll definitely go Teenager Rager on Teen X Relapse for sure. And that leads us into the first album from Ken Carson, and that's gonna be Project X. And my favorite song of Project X, this is hard, bro, because he had classics on classics on classics on classics, and we didn't know at that time, because I remember all the snippets they're posting up on YouTube, the Rock and Roll snippet, the Run Plus Ran snippet. I was playing those on repeat before the project came out. But I'll probably say my favorite song on Project X is Clutch. I gotta go Clutch, bro. Clutch is still one of Ken's best songs live. And leading up to Project X, the Project X days where he was in concert doing all these shows, King Vam Tour, Smokers Club, all these festivals, Clutch was my favorite song to rage to live. This was the most lit song in Ken's discography, in my opinion. Clutch, every single time, is still slept on, and I'll listen to Clutch live. If Ken goes on the Antagonist tour, he plays Clutch, I will not be mad at it, because Clutch goes stupid every single time, especially with that intro. But I mean, bro, that was a hard pick because Project X got classics on classics. Clutch, Hella, Shake, Run Plus Ran, Rock and Roll, Who's Next? Like, bro, this is a great body of work. This is like easily top 3 best projects of the 2021 wave, right? We had the Loans, the Kens, the Yeats, the Fago, the SSG Kobe's. Throughout that whole wave, Project X is definitely a top 3 album for sure. And that leads us into the next album in Ken's discography, which is Extended, or X. Now we're just gonna go Extended because that's just the deluxe. And out of this Extended, we got Fashion Habits, Shoe, Swag Overload, Lookbook, F3. We got Freestyle 2, obviously. MDMA, and MDMA is my favorite, bro. Lone and Ken went so stupid on this, bro. They went insane. They were so, I remember this snippet came out. I even made a snippet reaction. I was like, yo, this snippet's crazy. And then when the album came out, everyone was like, yo, the snippet's on here. But then they add Lone on here. And then Lone went stupid on this, bro. Lone went crazy on MDMA. But this is easily the best Opium twin song. MDMA is easily their best song together. Out of any song, the chemistry to get on this, them going back and forth, bro, they just went stupid on this. Especially when they came out at the X-Men tour performing together, it was lit. But that's definitely my favorite song on X. And then if you can count Extend, say it's a different project, I'm going Shoot. Shoot is the best song on Extended. You know I'm a shoot, but you know, bro, like, this song had me in a chokehold. October, November of 2022, I was playing Shoot like every single day. When I got in the car, when I was walking to class, when I was listening to music, when I was taking a shower and I had music, when I was working out, it was Shoot, 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 Shoot. Shoot was like my favorite song on Extended for sure. And my favorite song on X is MDMA. And that's gonna lead us into Ken's latest body of work, which is AGC, A Great Chaos. And my favorite song is Me and My Cup. Me and My Cup is my favorite. Me and My Cup is so crazy. It's just Me and My Cup. Bro, do not play this song. If you're driving, do not play this song, bro. This song can get dangerous. You hitting on the freeway, you cutting up on the freeway, this song is dangerous. I'll go Me and My Cup, or I really want to go Like This, but I feel like Me and My Cup is just slightly a tad bit over. But Like This is my second favorite song on AGC. It's just so dope. It's a fun song. It's not really meant to be taken too serious. It's just a fun vibe between Ken, Lone, Uzi. First time we've heard Ken, Lone, and Uzi on a track. They killed it. It was fun. It was a great time. But out of AGC, out of all my songs, slightly over, I'm gonna go Me and My Cup. Me and My Cup is definitely my favorite on that for sure. And that's gonna lead us into Lone's discography. So we're gonna go to albums, and there's Neezus Destroyed. I mean, I don't think anybody was really listening to Lone back in 2018. I didn't really listen to it. And when I did go over and listen to it, when I first listened to Lone, it wasn't really too crazy. But Dark Horse is definitely a good project from Lone. And my favorite song on Dark Horse is probably Different Drugs. Different Drugs is probably crazy. VVS Valentine kind of went a little up on TikTok around like last year, I think. But Different Drugs is definitely the best song. Don't really got too much to say. Just a cool vibe from Lone. And then we're going to go into the first official project, where this is going to be Broken Hearts, the deluxe. And speaking of albums having a chokehold on you, let's talk about Broken Hearts. Broken Hearts had a chokehold on me, especially the gap between, if y'all remember, between Broken Hearts and No Stylist, that weight was insane. That was an insane weight, bro. And we never knew when NS was dropping, but we only had Broken Hearts around the time. And at this time, between the weight from Broken Hearts to No Stylist, that was when Destroy Lonely Archive was popping on Spotify. If you remember, Destroy Lonely Archive had more monthly listeners than Lone's actual Spotify. That was a crazy time. And we're just getting bangers, 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 leaks. And it was that, bro, that was a great time to be a Lone fan. You just had to be there. When DLA Archive on Spotify was more monthly than Lone's actual Spotify, that was a great time. And around that time, I was bumping all the Lone leaks and bumping, obviously, Broken Hearts. And Broken Hearts, from that weight of Broken Hearts and No Styles, had a chokehold on me like crazy. But I'm gonna go Tokyo Mission Impossible. Easily my favorite song on here. Tokyo Mission Impossible or but I'm definitely going Tokyo Mission Impossible for sure. This song is just dope. I'm on a mission. I gotta go get him. Like, in the video is dope too. Tokyo Mission Impossible and are definitely my two favorite songs. And I might drop Pop Shit / Extra as third. But definitely for sure, my favorite song is Tokyo Mission Impossible. This is easily the best song in Broken Hearts, in my opinion. And finally, the long-awaited No Stylist came out. That wait was crazy. And we're gonna be going to No Stylist. This is the best album of the 2021 underground. Remember, like I said earlier, there was the Kens, the Lones, the Yeats, the Fagos, the SSG Kobe's, that whole wave. I think this was the best project to come out of that wave. The Over Up to Me, Over 2 Alive, Over Project X. This was the best project and most complete project from anybody out that wave, for sure. Like, this album was so good, bro, and it's still so good. Between the way from No Stylist to If Looks to Kill, I kid you not, I was playing No Stylist every single day. Like, every single day, I will play No Stylist. And I still bump No Stylist to this day. In my opinion, it's Lone's best body of work. Now, honestly, I do not know if Lone could surpass No Stylist because it's just so good. I feel like the problem with If Looks to Kill is that it felt almost as if it was one whole song, whereas No Stylist was just like a wave. You kind of had these trap bangers, mosh pit type songs. Then it led us into this second half, where this second half, nobody expected Lone to be on this type of timing. There was kind of like snippets and leaks around this time, like debuting this Lone type of sound, but we were like, okay, maybe Lone's just experimenting. Then he hit us with a whole second half of the album, and he just killed it, bro. He did it flawlessly. And my favorite song on No Stylist, this is gonna be a controversial one. It's gonna go On The Way. I know, I believe On The Way is the least streamed song on the project, but On The Way is my favorite song. This beat is so wavy. It's so good. It's just an amazing song, bro. I really enjoy this song a lot. It's just the perfect vibe. Like when I play the song, I will sing this song word for word, bro. You will not catch a minute of me missing any lyrics. I can go bar for bar in this song. This song is so fun. It just makes you happy. It's a good vibe. And I had good memories listening to this song. Out of any of the songs on No Stylist, I was playing that the most. That's definitely my favorite song. Maybe number two, I probably gotta go Turning Up. To be honest, number two is probably Turning Up or Pressure. Turning Up or Pressure. Obviously, classic Lone leaks right there. Finally made the cut for NS. But definitely my favorite song on NS is definitely On The Way. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. That's definitely my favorite. And leading us into NS Ultra, aka the Deluxe, it's Never Ever. This is probably, I'd probably say, a top 3 Lone song ever. Like, bro, the chokehold this song had on me is probably the greatest chokehold a song has ever had in my life. I've played this song like, it's honestly a disgusting amount of times that I've played this song. And my Spotify Wrapped Never Ever was my #1 song of 2023. The song came out in November of 2022. I was bumping this for a year, bro. Year straight, literally every day. Never ever, never ever, never, never. Ever get in the car, never ever. Like, this is, I'd say this is maybe might even be Lone's best song, to be honest. It's just a great vibe. He killed that song, bro. And that leads us into If Looks to Kill, Lone's latest project, which was controversial. It was cool in my opinion, none too crazy. I'll probably say If Looks to Kill. Now looking back on it, I believe it's been a year now. It's about to be a year in a couple months. Now looking back on it, it's a cool listen. It's a cool little 8, but I definitely got Broken Hearts and No Stylist over If Looks to Kill. Like I said, it almost felt like it was sort of like one whole song and there wasn't really layers to the body of work. But easily my best song is All the Time. Bro, this song is just so good. This type beat that it's on is just kind of like, the beat reminds me of if you played Super Mario and like those water levels where you have to spam A for him to swim. That's the type of vibe that I hear on this type beat. And it's just so good. When I heard this at Rolling Loud Miami, it's just, bro, this song is just so good. It makes you feel happy. Demons on my mind. I've been pouring a drink out of time. I've been flexed, bro. He killed this song, bro. Easily my #1 song on If Looks to Kill, and it's by a landslide for sure. I'll probably say my #2 song might be Chris Paul or Nunu. I'll probably say those are probably my top 3 for sure. Nunu, Chris Paul, but easily by a landslide, it's All the Time for sure. And that leads us into the If Looks to Kill Deluxe Director's Cut, which came out to a total of 32 songs. And out of the 32 songs, my favorite on the Deluxe is definitely Spilling or Back Sipping. I'll probably say Spilling or Back Sipping, but definitely it's Spilling in my opinion, just slightly over Back Sipping. And this director's cut was dope. And honestly, he played it out pretty well because If Looks to Kill prior to the director's cut, everybody hated it. Remember, everybody was ripping it. Even me, I didn't really care for it that much. But definitely when the director's cut, you know, songs got leaked on the CD and the vinyl versions, it definitely made me come back to If Looks to Kill and definitely appreciate the body of work. Or obviously we got 2 grails, which was Catch a Kill, and that's my Catch a Kill was my #1 Lone grail, and we finally got it. And That's Mine was another grail. That snippet was crazy, but I'll probably say my favorite is Spilling off the director's cut for sure. That's gonna be all of my favorite songs on Lone's discography, and we're gonna end it out with Homicide Gang, going to albums. Snotty Word, this is a great album right here. The first time I heard this album at Smokers Club back in 2022, I think. This was turned, bro. The first time I seen Homicide Gang, everybody was ready to see Homicide Gang, see how they perform. They killed that performance. I have a great memory of the Homicide Gang set. That was a really fun set. But I'll probably say my favorite song off Snotty World is probably gonna be 5-Star Lifestyle. 5-Star Lifestyle. Homicide Gang, well, we bang, yeah, smoking H5. Like, they went stupid on this. This is prime Homicide Gang. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is prime Homicide Gang. This and the album they dropped is prime Homicide Gang. And going into the albums, we're gonna go into Homicide Lifestyle, which when I came into this project, I was like, bro, I don't really think Homicide Gang can really get me through an album of, what is it, 22, 18 songs. I was like, 18 Homicide Gang songs, I don't know if I could do it, because they're kind of like relatively, you know, very new to making music. So I was like, their album isn't really gonna, you know, hit for me, in my opinion. I thought it was gonna be too long, but boy was I wrong, because they went stupid. Like I said, Snotty World is prime Homicide Gang. This is prime Homicide Gang as well. They went crazy on this album. I don't think anybody expected them to drop an album full of this many bangers. Every beat on here was stupid. But my favorite song is probably the F with Lone. Lone slid on this, Big Avelli slid on this, Homicide Gang did their thing. It felt like a perfect song. The chemistry was dope. The video was sick. That's definitely my favorite song off the Homicide Lifestyle project. But bro, I haven't gamed to this project in a long time, but there's some bangers on here. Ken went stupid on here. Obviously the regular show sample, bit Cope Balenci outside a little bit when they came out on the Lone tour. That was fun. But this was just a great era for the Opium label. No Stylist tour, No Stylist was a great project. Then you got Homicide Gang, who dropped a banger project opening up for them. And yeah, I definitely bit my tongue on that time when I said I don't think Homicide Gang could get me through a whole album, because they're kind of new to making music. I don't know how they're going to approach an album, but they definitely hit the nail on the head for sure with Homicide Lifestyle. And the F is definitely my favorite song. And that's going to lead us into Snot or Not, which was dropped for their solo tour, which I wasn't really too crazy on at first. I felt like it was almost not really needed. I definitely felt as if they could have done a whole solo tour just with Homicide Lifestyle, but they did drop this project, and at first I didn't like it, but I definitely say it's a pretty good project. I don't really listen to it too often, but Fire is crazy. Dive In is great. Obviously Uzi Work, the biggest snippet. But yeah, definitely my favorite song is probably, I might go Dive In, or I mean Uzi Work is crazy too though. I'm gonna go Dive In, bro. I'm gonna go Dive In as, nah, I'm lying. I'm going Uzi Work. It's just, it's a classic, bro. How you gonna listen to Snot or Not and not say Uzi Work is not the best song? Uzi Work is definitely the best song. When the song plays live, it's absolutely stupid. And obviously it was highly anticipated, and for a reason. They went crazy on it. They delivered. It's only a minute 45. That comes with like so much replay value. I was playing this snippet. I was playing this song a lot when it first came out, but Uzi Work is definitely my favorite. I was debating on Uzi Work, Dive In, or Fire. Those are all kind of like tied for top one in my opinion. You can say either one is top one in my opinion, but definitely slightly, barely pulling through is going to be Uzi Work. And that's going to lead us into the latest project from Homicide Gang, which was Fifth Amendment, which I'm not really too crazy on. I'm not gonna lie to you, this was kind of a miss in my opinion. I felt like it wasn't necessarily needed. They dropped it in October, and obviously this was leading up to everybody thinking they're gonna go on tour for November. I think that's why they dropped it, because they were like, okay, we're gonna drop a new project. We're already Snot or Not, Homicide Lifestyle on tour. Let's do Antagonist tour with Fifth Amendment. And it kind of felt a little rushed, and I wasn't really the biggest fan of it. I didn't really like the beats. Like what you really go for a Homicide Gang project, at least in my opinion, is the beat selection, because Snot or Not, Homicide Lifestyle, their beats on that were just dumb. But on Fifth Amendment, it felt as if they were rapping on just like Homicide Gang type beats off YouTube. It didn't really feel that special. And I just listened to the project front and back once, and I never went back to it at all. But I'll definitely say Bonjour is probably my favorite. I probably play this maybe like 5 times max, but Fifth Amendment is not really too crazy on my list. And that's going to be all the Homicide Gang projects. And that's obviously going to lead us to the end of the video and every single one of my favorite songs on every Opium project. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Did I miss anything? And obviously this is my opinion, okay? Do not be salty that my favorite song wasn't your favorite song. I like the song that you didn't like. It's obviously all my opinion, but drop your ranking in the comment section below. Let me know your favorite album from every single Opium project: Carti, Ken, Lone, Homicide Gang, discography. If you're a YouTuber, make this type of video. But yeah, if you guys like the video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's Money May or Zay, and I'm out. Thank you guys.